Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Fry Guy's Kitchen. Today we are making a breakfast skillet. So what we've got here is we've got some potatoes, some gold potatoes that I've already cubed up. We have some baby bell mushrooms, got tomato, a little bit of sweet Italian sausage, eggs, cheese. I'm using some just Mexican style shredded, a little bit of garlic, salt, pepper, cumin, olive oil. Pretty sure that's all we're going to need today. Not a real complicated dish, but truly one of my absolute favorites. Been cooking this forever. I used to work at a restaurant a long time ago in Kansas City called First Watch. Some of you may have heard of it, but I love that place, and that's where I first learned to make a skillet. Ever since then, made them all the time. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start off by browning our Italian sausage. We're going to cook up, we're going to cut up our tomatoes, cut up our mushrooms. We're going to cook those for just a little bit, get them heated up. Then cook our potatoes. Those are going to take the longest. Once the potatoes are nice and browned and soft, we'll mix in everything else, throw in some cheese, season it up, cook an egg, lay it on top. We're good to go. So we've got our pans heating up. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to use this one for sausage, this one for our vegetables. Vegetables won't really take that long to cook. Throw my sausage in there real quick. Just using half the package. Doesn't take too much. So put a little bit of, it's probably about 2 tablespoons of garlic in there. I like a lot of garlic. All right, I'm gonna throw my mushrooms in there. Probably not going to use all of those. Cut up a little too much. I don't measure, people. I just kind of, it all comes from the heart, you know? Just wing it. Now, if I wanted to be more precise, I would say probably about 6 ounces of each, maybe. If I was measuring, that probably isn't accurate with this right here. But gotta keep stirring, people. This is browning up pretty good. So this Italian sausage isn't really anything special, but I love this stuff. We shop at King Soopers. I live in Colorado. That's what we've got out here. And they've got their own brand of whatever. And I gotta tell you, man, I don't know what it is about this stuff, but it is really good. Now it's time to cook those potatoes. Like I said, I use gold potatoes. There's just something about them that I absolutely love. It's that creaminess, and that's what you really want for a dish like this. Is or at least that's what I love about it. Is the creaminess of the potatoes. Get those veggies and meat in there. Whatever combination you want to use. If you like sausage, use sausage. If you like bacon, use that. Whatever it is. I've used pulled pork. I've used leftover steak. Stuff like that. So, but then when you top that egg on, I always use a fried egg. I know some people don't like fried eggs, like my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law don't like fried eggs. But when you have a runny fried egg on there, you break into that yolk and it gets into the potatoes. Man, it is so good. So, all right, so we're gonna throw some olive oil in here. And, got my potatoes. You guys like my jerry-rig camera set up over here, sitting on some paper towels? Do what you gotta do, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit more garlic in here. And I'm just using the same pan that I used for the meat. Kind of deglaze it a little bit and get some of that goodness up in there. Just throw our potatoes in. By the way, when you're done cooking your meat, drain it. So it's behind me, draining in the sink. So you can cook these 2 different ways. You could do it in a pan and just pan fry them. I also have a deep fryer that sometimes I use, which can be a little quicker. I don't really have a A preference. You're not going to like that, Taffy. It's not cooked. She's going for it anyway. Anyone place bets on if she eats it? Not so far. What do you think? She liked it. It's always hit or miss with her. Oh, there's another. You want that one? Go ahead. Tell you what, I can make a mess when I cook. So we're gonna cook these until they're excuse me, nice and brown and soft on the inside. So one of the things that I do that makes that go faster is cover them, turn the heat down just a touch, and that steam will really soften them up. Once they're nice and soft, then you can turn your heat back up a little bit, crank it up, and then brown them on the outside. So we're gonna let those cook for a little bit. Okay, so we just mixed everything in. Got our vegetables, our meat in there, and then just threw in a ton of cheese. Can't have too much cheese, you know. And you just mix and mix, get it going in there. And then I'm gonna serve it into some skillets. I have some small cast iron skillets. Makes for a nice presentation. But you don't have to do that. You can just serve it in bowls, whatever. I just happen to have small cast iron skillets. So I'll show you what I do there. Like I said, I've got these little cast iron skillets, which are pretty cool. They look cool. These are seasoned and everything. So for the most part, cast iron can be relatively non-stick. Not as good as a regular non-stick pan. These do well, but I do like to kind of pre-oil them up, you know what I mean? So I just throw a little olive oil in a ramekin and just brush it in there. So potatoes are all done. We got all the goodness mixed in, so we'll just throw them in the skillets. And I've set my oven to warm. So we'll throw those in there, kind of heat up the skillets a little bit. And while we cook our eggs, so they'll just chill out in there. Keeps this nice and warm. Then you don't have to worry about timing everything quite so perfectly. All right, we're in the home stretch. We're gonna make the eggs. So I like to use these little pans right here to cook an egg. I usually cook my eggs one at a time. You can throw them all in one pan. It just doesn't look as nice. I like mine, you know, just perfectly round. So got my little pan going, and we'll throw in a little bit of butter. You could use cooking spray. I just prefer butter. So get that going. And then for this little pan, I have a lid for it. And that'll kind of steam the top so I don't have to flip my egg over. Make my eggs nice and clean. Alright, so crack our egg in there. I try to center it if I can while it sets. Sometimes it doesn't do it perfectly. So let that start cooking just a little bit. And when that starts to set up, we'll put a little salt and pepper on there. Close up the lid. Get the top cooked. All right, so the egg is good. So we're gonna throw this in the oven. And we just lay it on top of a skillet. Let's see if I can get you down there. Just like that. Get on there. I almost closed that with my hand. Yep. Boom. So there you have it. We have our breakfast skillet with Italian sausage, mushrooms, and potatoes, fried egg on top. And if you want a good example of, this is a good one, a good egg that was cooked. This was slightly undercooked, slightly overcooked. And I would love to sit here and tell you I did that on purpose so that I can teach you what each one looks like. Last but not so wasn't paying attention when I was doing other stuff. Anyway, hope you liked it. Let me know what you think if you make it yourself. If you have any ideas for anything you'd like to see me cook, certainly reach out and let me know. Follow me on Instagram at Fry Guys Kitchen, and if you're watching this, hopefully you're watching it on YouTube on Fry Guys Kitchen there. So share with your friends, and see you next time.